Welcome to today's video, sponsored by Silent Fanatic. You want me to drop a guide on how to play Nurse. Now, Nurse for the beginner, I'm not gonna do one of those in-depth guides where I talk about the timers between fatigues. No, I'm gonna show you guys how to play the damn game. And the only add-on you're gonna rock as a new Nurse is the Plate Flannel, which allows me to see the blink target location, and then all aura reading perks here. So Lethal, I'm All Ears, Nowhere to Hide, and Awaken Awareness. Now, there are a few things you have to remember when playing Nurse. First is you never break pallets, okay? Second is, if there's a down pallet or a wall, understand that the blink kind of lags by the wall, because I see a lot of people messing up the blinks and getting trapped by the pallet. They don't go through the pallet. That's because you gotta allow a little bit more time for the lag compensation. It hits the obstacle, then it's gotta go through the obstacle, so there's a little delay between the blink. If I make that mistake, you'll be able to see it. Now, Plate Flannel is the training wheels. I used to get roasted whenever I would drop Nurse gameplay at the beginning when I was first learning Nurse. And then once you understand and grasp the concept of the blink with Plate Flannel by playing it multiple times, you can start to use Nurse without the Plate Flannel, because you'll be able to sense. Now, the most important aspect of playing a Nurse is being able to determine where you think survivors is going to be. Now, if you're a new Nurse, the thing you need to think about at the beginning is just closing the distance with survivors. Not trying to hit them in blinks, just closing the gaps. If you see them and then you wait for them to make a mistake or get caught in an animation or try to get out of something they can't get out of. So you'll see right here, generator, this is where they're at. This one's working on generator. Remember this part of the game. Now remember, with the Plate Flannel, I can see the blink, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blink through the wall right here on the damn generator. Let me get that free hit, please. Actually, no, we know someone's back here on this gen. Let's come back here. Remember, we saw that earlier. That's another free hit. See what I'm saying? Like that, money. He can't get away. You see that, right? And we can just hook him now. So you see what I mean? If there's a basement here, this brings me to the next point. There's only certain points of the basement you can blink out of, so remember that. There's only certain. Not all, just some. Let me show you what I mean. Here, no, here, only right here up. Okay, so here, out of the basement. So don't forget that as well. That's another important aspect of playing Nurse. Now we got someone here. But remember, you have to pick the type of Nurse you're gonna wanna play. What Nurse do you wanna be? I'm messing around with her right now because I know they're gonna wanna go. There it goes, right there for the basement. This is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and set up for the blink. To get the proper positioning, have all my fatigues down. Here, block. I'm back here with him. Now we're back in chase. You see how I have the aura reading now, right? Just like that. Now he gets to go back down. Blink to her, free hit. She's got endurance stacks. We can't do nothing about her. I hear footsteps behind me again. We want them to try to pick him up. We want him to try to pick him up. The altruism's kicked in into overdrive. Couple injuries. Work, work, work. He doesn't get away anyway, so it doesn't matter. You don't get away anyway, buddy. That's right, man. Just like that. And now we can put him right here. You see how the altruism would kick in and it's like, it takes over. Now, if it is Killer Shack pallet, I recommend you guys break the pallet. At least the one at Killer Shack, all right? Just so you know. Healing going on over here. Let's come back. Remember, we're playing this game here. We're chasing them back to the hook. Leave her down, because we want Dwight. Leave her down. Remember, blinks are important. Guys behind the tree, get to where I can see them. Here, money. Money, money, money. Wait for him to vault. Wait for someone to make a mistake. She's here. Leave him down. They'll be coming for Dwight. Trust me. She's here. Back away so there's no face cam. Now you're next. See what I'm saying? You guys see what I'm doing here, right? That's how powerful Nurse can be. So remember, if you're going through walls and pallets, you gotta give a little bit of time and spacing, bro. You gotta give a little bit of time and spacing. And you see me using the blinks to just play around with the survivors, man. It's what I do. It's my thing. And now she gets to go to the basement. I think I make it to the basement with her. So it doesn't matter if she goes to save him. They got 3 gens to do, and they gotta get this one out of the basement. Now remember, when you're playing Nurse, you have to find a way out of the basement without getting out. So this is like I said, you can't go through here, but you can go through here. This is important for you to understand. All right, now that I have nowhere to hide, if they're on the gen or they're anywhere around, I can punch this gen, right? And I can see around me right here. See this right here? That means remember the blinks through. You see how you see that little lag right there? You see it, right? Get finesse, I'm the best. Literally, that's what I do. I finesse people. There he goes. I want to close the gap with this guy. Here. Let him go. Remember, my priority right now is the killer shack. I'm waiting for scratch marks to appear behind me, and then we go from there. Even if they don't go behind me, I have control of the generator. You see this? 3 down right there. Money. I guess we could hook him. They can get him out of basement. It's fine. I mean, that's Nurse in a nutshell, bro. Like, a lot of finessing with blinks and then hitting with the blinks. Closing the gap between survivors. Plate flannel. You see what plate flannel's doing for me, right? You see it, right? Right here? I'm able to see where I'm going. See that? That easy. I might just let her off the hook, just so this game's a little bit more competitive. But it's that easy. That easy. Remember, obstacles have a little lag delay, like right here. Look. Look, as I'm gonna go through obstacles or even this wall here, okay? It lags. See that? It'll lag on you. So just remember that. She got herself off hook, it's fine. Okay, we'll let her free a little bit. We want to get her caught in an animation, meaning if they drop the pallet, then we can wait for her to like jump a pallet or vault something. Doesn't matter, I can hit her right now, but I don't want to. I want to see her get trapped in an animation to show you guys. Never mind, she quit. Like bolting, pallet drops, or even at pallets, they don't know what to do versus a Nurse. And that's okay. That's okay. All right, she's out of there. That means they're on this gen over here. 1 blink to traverse. Keep that 1 in the back pocket, that extra blink. You don't blink twice ever in your life. They're over here. All right, let me show you something, okay? This is why nowhere to hide on Nurse is so valuable. Punch here, we get the value. Here. Just like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Okay, now we want to go ahead and just wait for her to vault or get trapped somewhere she can't get out of. Right here. Just like that. She can't get out of that pallet. It's money. And now if you're here, you can break the pallet. I'm not saying don't break pallets, but it's not really in your best interest to during a chase. You know, in downtime like that, by all means do it. But during a chase, you don't want to do it. Let's come back down. We'll get the free hit here. Okay, again, we're gonna wait for them to make a mistake. We're using them as practice now. Try to close the lane, close the gap. That's all we want to do. Now, me playing any other version of the Nurse, I'm cooking. Okay, she had off the record. She's teabagging. She goes down. That leaves him left. Money. Just like that, man, all right? Just like that. I mean, you know, what can I say? What can I say? Other than Nurse is the GOAT, man. Trust in me. You see why Nurse is the best in this game. Hands down. and why I don't really use her too much, because all my games that end up like this, bro. Like, I mean, I don't mind it, but being able to see the blink location is kind of crazy for beginners, man. So remember, use it to your advantage. Predict where survivors are going. You see how you can't get out of that right there? You have to stand back here, bro. You gotta be back here. See? And that's important to know, believe it or not. That is very important to know. So don't forget it. GG's. And we had us a decent team, man. We had us a decent team. Someone's compensating, man, bro. It's Nurse, bro. It's Nurse. You weren't winning anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're not beating the Nurse. You guys got to see exactly what I mean by it. Remember, okay, let me just go a few pointers before I leave, because I had them written down. Is you rock the plaid flannel, which is the add-on here. Okay, so plaid flannel. Remember that. Okay, that's when you're learning Nurse. Okay, don't overthink your blinks. All right, just like I said, close the gap, close the distance. Never break pallets unless, like on them downs, you can just break a pallet right after. Always hold the blink just a little longer to get through the walls and the pallets. Okay, look up for more range. Use aura perks so you get to see people. And get survivors stuck in animations, vaulting, pallet drops, and stuff like that, all right? Or saving or unhookings and stuff like that, okay? Also, you can't get stunned in fatigue. So if you fatigue through a pallet, they can't pallet drop you. However, that's rare of an instance for you to get trapped in a pallet. You usually get stunned because you're in the middle of a blink or toward the end of a blink, but that happens. It's just something. And don't forget the basement and getting out of it. Now, I'll drop more Nurse gameplay, by all means. Don't forget. I will drop more gameplay with Nurse. It's just like I said, it just feels like cheating to me, man. Like, I could make content just around Nurse all the time if you guys wanted to. Drop a like on the video, man. Silent Fanatic, I appreciate you, man. Love you guys.